very passionate about helping women with invisible realize that you can still lead a pretty healthy and active lifestyle. One that you had envisioned for yourself, but what else are you gonna feel sorry for yourself and rot? That's not a winning strategy. I had to tell you guys, I'm kind of with myself about the topic of meditation, and I've seen in my own life the tremendous value. Really easy thing to put off. So it's a really easy thing for me to fall habit of. But it's funny because I'm gonna be honest, really busy week, and else in mind for today, but I didn't have a chance to pull my notes together. So I'm like, oh crap, about in a while, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, meditation. I meditated yesterday for the first time in a long for the I don't know what day it is. No, today's Wednesday. That's sad. It's been a week, y'all. Not a bad week because I want, but Monday I meditated. I had something very stressful that I had to deal with, so I took some time and I meditated. Now I didn't yesterday, and I should have exhausted. It's a long story. I didn't sleep Monday night worth of crap. I didn't sleep last night either, but meditated Monday. I was like, I ever, and it's funny because the last several years we're really good about it, or I don't do it at all. And I don't understand. I sometimes feel this is probably going to sound ridiculous, but I sometimes feel like I just have my limit together. And if I add into it, then something goes over there. And so I added in stuff on the side in the meditation, which was not something but it went out the window, and it's got to come back. Real honest with y'all, it's not something I'm proud of. It's not something I want to admit at all. It's been a shitty, and I don't like to say that often. I really don't like to be negative, as I have not been this depressed in a long time. Anxiety got absolute control, and it freaked me out because I have a lot of tools for dealing with anxiety and not. And I'll be honest, at the beginning of this, and it was really, I would try to meditate. I'd put on a meditation track. It's like, okay, you're the one in charge of your mind. Settle the hell down and focus. And just nope, wasn't happening. It was not. I hate it when I get like that. But like every two shall pass, and it seems to be getting better. I'm not on honest there, and I know it's anxiety and stress driven, but anxiety and stress, which drives the insomnia, the anxiety drives the pain, which drives the insomnia. So I got to get a grip on this. Is a really good way to do it. This information, by the way, is from the Mayo Clinic psychologytoday.com. Meditation has some tremendous benefits. It can help you find creative solutions to problems. It awareness, which that's very important for everybody. But excuse me, when you have health issues, I think self-awareness is even more. It's so easy for us to sabotage ourselves and sink our so harshly self-critical. Meditation teaches you to focus. Focusing is a good thing. Help us deal with uncomfortable. It's funny because I used to did a little research. I don't know if that's the right word. watched a bunch of videos from this lady. I should have looked up her, and I honestly didn't plan on bringing it up. So there you go. If you're curious, drop me a line on Twitter and I will get you to her channel. She was talking about emotions, and she said, we don't have negative emotions. All our purpose, we have a lot of uncomfortable emotions, but comfortable emotions, they serve a purpose. However, meditation help you deal with those uncomfortable emotions. Studies suggest, and this is why I just could not believe I couldn't get to it earlier this month when well, not August, obviously, but the end of July when I just could not. Studies suggest that meditation can reduce 40%. You guys, that is tremendous. If I could put that in a pill, you'd break my flipping door down trying to get it. You can do it in the privacy and comfort of your own home. It won't cost you anything. There's no crappy side effects. Meditation increases our creativity, our imagination, our tolerance. It helps control stress, which you've got health issues. If you're a spoonie, and you'll either get that or you won't, spoonie, you have to learn how to control your stress. I was just telling a friend of mine, we were discussing health and weight. If I don't get control of my stress, nothing's going to get back to life. It's not one that I like, but it doesn't matter if I like it. My medical team, you need to get a grip on yourself for stress. For those of us that do suffer from chronic illnesses and chronic pain, meditation can help you gain control over the fear brain. If you have fibromyalgia like I do, you're stuck in a fight, flight, or freeze. You're stuck in a state of high anxiety. You have to learn how to control that. You've got to learn how to quiet that. Some physical benefits, and this list is certainly not complete. Research is ongoing, of course, because this stuff is amazing. But meditation can help manage illnesses, including anxiety, asthma, cancer, chronic pain, depression, heart disease, high blood pressure, irritable bowel syndrome, headaches, which I am plagued by, sleep problems. So, look, if you can learn to quiet your mind, it's going to obviously reduce your stress, and reducing your stress obviously is going to lead to better sleep. Now, this one, those of us with pain conditions, might help you cut back on your pain medication. This is huge. At least to me it is, because you know what? Every one of those pills that we take, I don't like taking medication, but I'm not a martyr. I'm not going to suffer. But I know every one of those pills I take, over the counter, prescription, whatever, there's side effects. There's implications to taking that pill. But if you meditate, it's thought that the part of your brain that regulates pain, which makes you less reactive to it, which means back. And I really learned one of my bouts of meditating really regularly, it taught me about accepting, and this is probably going to sound really crazy, but it taught me about just accepting the pain, of always fighting it. Of course, lower. So when I first heard that, just accept the pain, I mean, I was meditating and my eyes flew open and I said something very unladylike. I was like, what the F? Or no, the hell are y'all talking about? I don't want to accept it. And I don't want to accept it. But you know what? It doesn't matter if it's still there. And think about it. It's only logical to accept it. I'm going to have a much easier time than if I'm constantly fighting. Why? Because the fighting it keeps me, again, it reinforces that fight mentality. I can't afford that extra. I have to accept it for what it is. It's harder than hell. I'm not going to lie. It is harder than hell to accept it, but What choice do you have? Fighting it's not going to improve anything. In fact, fighting it, in my opinion, is just going to make your symptoms worse because it does keep your anxiety and your stress up. Some additional benefits of meditation. It has a binge and emotional eating. Not speaking for everybody, but a lot of that I've talked to have chronic pain, not necessarily just health issues, but specifically pain, we tend to be emotional eaters. We're trying to, stuff don't work. It doesn't work, but meditation is really beneficial if you're an emotional eater. You know what else it's good for? It's great for your sex life. Women who meditate report. Let me start over. Report a boost in arousal and satisfaction, and they find it easier to, shall we say, cross the finish line. So how do you get started? You know, don't overthink it. There's a million ways to meditate, which means there's no right way or wrong way to do it. There's deep breathing. Just sit more, set a timer on your phone. If you're more than 5 minutes, truly. Set a timer on your phone, put it on Do Not Disturb, and just sit there and focus on your breathing. I know that sounds like, what the hell? Breathing. For when I first started, I would count like in or inhale for however the hell many you want to. It doesn't, the 4 is not a magic number. It was just what I chose. For me, the counting really helped my mind focus. But just will. Don't get pissed. I used to get, it's so funny. I used to get so mad at myself. Damn it, why is my mind wandering? That is so not Zen. But you know, your mind is going to wander, especially if you're just getting started because you don't know how to do this. To just relax and let go. One thing that you need to understand, very few people, I'm going to say nobody, but very few people can have a blank mind the whole time they meditate. You're going to have thoughts come in, and you know, it's all right. Just don't follow them. Like, oh, wow, that was a weird one. It came out of nowhere, and let it go. Back to focusing on your breathing. Now, I used to hate these, but I actually found some that I enjoyed. And it's funny because now I can't remember. But I did. I really did. A body, and you just to the top of your head and focus. What do my temples feel like? How does my jaw feel? How do shoulders, and just go all the way down your body. And when you find something, I know this sounds really silly, but think about breathing into it and just telling it to relax. There's talking about it. When you don't want to listen to music or anything, just go out and be outside. Enjoy. Pay attention to everything. What are you seeing? Seeing a lot of trees? Are you seeing children playing in a park? What are you looking at? Details. Hey, that tree over there's got for the flowers. How big are they? Are there any bees pollinating the flowers? Maybe you're seeing dragonflies as you're walking along. You're seeing dogs in the park. What kind of dogs? The more detailed you can be, the more on what's around you. What are you hearing? Is it traffic? Is it the wind? Is it people talking? Is it children laughing? What are you hearing? What sensations are you feeling? Do you got the wind against your skin? Maybe you got the warm sun on your skin. But the more detailed you can be to what's going on around you, the quieter your mind, the more present. I know you're that being present, but you will, by very definition, if you're noticing everything that you can on your walks. Meditation. Find a phrase out. Chart has a great, the release meditation technique. He sets a timer, he puts his phone on Do Not Disturb, and he inhales and exhales, and when he exhales, he tells himself, release. It's that simple. Because when you're going to try it, your mind's going to be going all kinds of different directions, and that's okay. Again, that's fine. Just notice it. Don't get, you can be amused. Just bring yourself back to mantra, release, or whatever you want to say. And finally, prayer. Prayer is an excellent form of meditation. Prayer. I wish I had written down who said this and I didn't. Damn it. Prayer and most widely practiced example of meditation. Although the one that I really like is prayer is talking to God, meditation is listening. But you know, a busy world. We live in an overstimulated world. Our technology has evolved much, much, much faster than our brains. And it's important to learn how to quiet your control. I did some Tai Chi years ago. It was something I'd recorded off of cable. It was a college channel. I don't even remember where, but it was this. I recorded 3 or 4. And I'll never forget it. The guy was really cute one day about the chattering. Oh my gosh, this guy knows me, because that's very much how my brain works. It's just constantly. And this and with that, and oh, don't say, hey, remember when you, but meditation is going to help you learn how to quiet all of that. How much better do you think you're going to sleep at night if you can quiet all that crap? Anyway, back in the habit. You do. And it doesn't take much. When you're just starting out, it can make a tremendous difference. 5 or 10 minutes. Isn't your mental health worth how hope it is? And in my defense, yes, I know I fell out of the habit of meditation, but for my mental health. However, I will say that's as important for my mental health, and as crappy as to get back into my meditation. But anyway, that's all I have for tonight. Look, there's a ton of different types of meditation out there. If you want to get started, drop me at Alaskan Courtney. Actually, my account's locked right now because I know this sounds totally insane, but I'm like, I keep getting reported for the weirdest things. Today, they got me on a copyright violation of all things. And a couple of weeks ago, it was basically that I was posting. I have never in my entire, no, I don't post lewd material. For goodness sakes, I usually crop all of my photos so I have no cleavage. So yeah, I'm not posting lewd materials. So I'll tell you what, if you're something that you're dealing with at Alaskan Courtney, no, excuse me, Courtney@gmail.com, I will be happy to share with you a lot of the resources that have been really beneficial, which makes it even better. Of course, you can also start exploring and just check out different things. You're probably not going to find something that you click with right away, because I know when I first started meditating, it was everything I kept finding was like, this is too weird. It's too, no offense to anybody, but to me, I always called it hippy dippy or too woo woo. But over the time, I've gotten to where there's a couple of woo woo meditations. Drop me a line. I'll help you find somebody, hopefully, that resonates with you. I'll at least get you started down the path. I will be back 5 o'clock Alaska time. Y'all have